Hai, aku Chandra Intan dan selamat datang di versi terbaru dari Fempresses Podcast, yaitu Building Your Empire. Call a friend.
Am I wrong? I mean, no spoilers.
Empowering women, like queens, real queens fix each other's crown.
Louder! I think we need tissue. Can we have tissue, please? Hello everyone, welcome back to another Building Your Empire podcast. And I am Intan. I'm back here with two beautiful inspirations for today. We have Rani Kiswanto. She's the CEO and also founder of Smooch Beauty Bar, right? And then also we have Rachel, and she's the CEO and also founder of Do It. So thank you again Kakak for being here and sharing your stories today. Nah, kalau misalnya kalian udah nonton yang part pertama, kita tuh udah ngobrolin soal bisnis mereka, like how to be, you know, like be an entrepreneur in beauty gitu kan, beauty industry. No, so right now we're going to talk more about their journey as a mompreneur. So yeah, untuk teman-teman, untuk Fempresses, kalian yang mau jadi mothers soon atau yang mau nikah, I think you need this, cause I do need this. Alright, so buat Kak Rani sama Kak Rachel nih, kan kakak tuh kakak tuh mompreneur and you have everything going on. You have your work, you have your house, you have your kids, and like taking care of human beings are not easy. Like taking care of ourselves is like
easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's like hard, and then like you're taking care of like a human
Another
being or two human beings, you know, right? So like how do you do it? Like how are you a queen, right? To handle your tribe and also like make sure that your country or like everything that you're doing, your empire running. So how do you do it? How do you balance it?
Oke, kalau aku udah punya teenager di rumah, ya dia 12 years old ya gitu. Jadi challenge-nya udah beda lagi. Udah lebih ke I have to lebih membebaskan dia untuk punya opini sendiri, bisa solve problem sendiri gitu. Jangan kebanyakan kan people terutama traditional conventional parents gitu ya. Aku juga kadang-kadang masih sedikit banyak nggak sadar kebablasan kayak telling him what to do gitu. Ya gitu. Jadi itu yang challenging banget buat aku untuk terus ngingatin diri aku untuk supaya dia solve his own problems instead of you have to do this. Aku pilih what do you think you should do. Jadi itu questionnya yang selalu aku ingat. Okay, I have to do this supaya dia terangsang untuk bisa menyelesaikan masalah sendiri dalam hidupnya, prepare him to be strong and independent person gitu. Karena memang tadi ya Intan bilang kita sebagai adults punya mental health issue, emotional trauma, baggage from our own parents, our own life gitu ya. Kita juga struggle in war with ourselves gitu. Terus sekarang kita harus raise another human being gitu. Tapi konsepnya adalah aku pengen dia tahu bahwa dia itu bukan burden, dia itu bukan beban dalam hidup kita sebagai seorang ibu, tapi dia hanya titipan Tuhan yang memang it's his own choice gitu. His life is his own choice gitu. Kemanapun dia pergi, aku termasuk pengen dia punya kebebasan yang bertanggung jawab gitu. Everyday itu sesibuk-sibuknya seorang mompreneur gitu. Kalau memang aku pulang sebelum jam tidurnya dia, aku selalu ada bedtime talk sama dia, conversation ya.
So cute.
Jadi asking how are you feeling today gitu. Mungkin kita punya kayak semacam standarisasi sendiri kan pasti apakah hari ini PR-nya sudah semua selesai, apakah hari ini kamu nakal atau tidak gitu ya. Tapi aku belajar mengurangi itu, less that. More to talking about feelings karena I have a son gitu ya, laki-laki yang memang tend to kadang-kadang tuh dia suppress his feeling gitu. Jadi kayak
muscle their way.
Iya, kayak banyak banget yang no, I'm okay gitu. Nah, itu kan yang selalu aku bilang it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to feel sad sometimes gitu. It's okay if you are angry sometimes. That's normal, you're not a robot, you're a human gitu. Jadi ya kayak gitu, talk every day sebisa mungkin, sama seminggu sekali sempetin ada waktu sama dia gitu, buat quality time.
I see. And then like, oh wow, so jadi kayak kakak kelarin dulu nih like your work and everything, and then also like after that you always like kasih waktu untuk anak kakak gitu ya, like the bonding time. So that's like the key ya kak.
Iya, tapi it's not always that smooth ya. Maksudnya mungkin people see kayaknya so happy mom, happy son all the time gitu ya, kayaknya
social media is not true.
God. Yeah, there's a lot of deep conversation, crying,
ugly
crying gitu, kayak anger at each other gitu, especially when pandemic ya. Not only us, anak kita juga stres gitu, nggak bersosialisasi gitu.
Oh iya juga sih bener ya.
Yes.
Oh my god, dan biasanya mereka main gitu kan, terus kayak tiba-tiba harus isolated, and you have to like make them understand and make them be home. Aku masih kebayang banget sih, kayak aku dulu sempat tinggal sama sepupu aku. They're 5 and 3 and they were crazy. It was like
that's harder age. Kalau Tom masih bisa dijelasin.
Ready.
Oh my god, it was like a zoo because they were like climbing the fence, kayak bener-bener yang manjat gitu loh, kayak bener-bener pengen keluar gitu. And it was like a war right there, like close the door and everything, like don't go out. But yeah, wow, like yeah, raising kids must be like having all those hard days and fun days as well, right?
Of course.
Oh my god, thank you Kak for sharing that. What about you Kak Rahel?
Okay, so I guess your question was what do we do with like everything, right?
Yes.
I think back to Rani's point in the beginning, I think having a really good support system is really what keeps me going. Like having like our help at home, for instance. Like I've had one of my son's nanny has been with me from before he was born, and now she takes care of my second kid too. So having that, she's family. I mean, like, they're literally my family. Like, they haven't changed since I got married. And, like, it's just, okay, having them around. They're literally my friends. I pick out my clothes and I'm like, guys, gimana hari ini? Bagus nggak? And they're like, yeah, bagus non. I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, literally, like, everything. Like, and it's because I also don't really live with my parents or anything. Jadi, yang ada, ya udah, they're my family. And so, number one is support system. Number two, like, I literally schedule my life. Like, as you guys know, like, I'm like pretty, and my calendar is like colorful. Yes. I have colors for my kids, for my husband, for me. Like I see his schedule, he sees mine, and like so it's a bit of a hot mess, but it's a good mess. And I guess like same as what Rani was saying, is just telling yourself, how do I be a good parent? And I think that really, really is the key for like, you know, managing everything. Karena bisa aja pulang-pulang you're stressed about your work and then you get mad at them. But like that's just not the way to go about it. And I have actually made a promise to myself to do something called gentle parenting, because I know because in the past, I mean, how I was raised, every problem was met with anger. Everything that you did wrong was always met with anger. And I was the type of person that didn't really take anger well. I would listen to you if you just sat down and told me like, this is wrong. Why is it wrong? And what are the consequences? I actually would listen to you right away. But because there was a lot of like anger coming back, I became quote unquote a bit rebellious in my teen years too. And I don't want that to happen to my kids. So now, even if my kid does something really bad, I sit him down, and it takes a lot out of me to like stop myself from getting angry, because that's what I'm used to and that's what I know how to do. But now I have to sit down. I've read so many books to calm me down and be like, okay, you cannot push your friend because blah, blah, blah. How would you feel if your friend pushed you? Jadi kayak, there's like methods, I guess, with this gentle parenting, but I'm trying to break the chain of what happened in the past to never happen again in the future. So yeah, it's a lot, but it's helpful.
Oh my God, gentle parenting. Google that down, find the
guys.
books, learn it, YouTube it, you know, like do everything.
Like you have to acknowledge their feelings first.
Right.
For example, I know you are sad.
Yes.
But I don't think it's fair if you put your anger and your sadness to other people.
Yeah.
Example.
But it's so hard to do this, by the way.
So hard. It's just the theory. but
The other day, like I was about to get super pissed, and I took like 5 deep breaths. I'm like, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. And I was like, that's what I did too. Because sometimes it's just like especially boy, like they're so naughty, and they tend to think that they can do whatever they want, and it's just
Is the testosterone?
maybe. I mean, he's 4, so maybe not.
Oh my God, okay.
But he's learning to test his boundaries now. Like he's like rebellious in school, not like in a studious way, but he's like pushing his friends, for instance, and like stuff like that from an early age. Is like I need to kind of stop it.
Amazing. Oh wow. Wow. And I love how you bring up also like the conversations, like real conversations about like you cannot push your friends, you know, like because that is like real mom and son conversation like that. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing that, Kak. So talking about, you know, like how you are turning into a mother gitu kan. Dan tadi juga sebenarnya di part 1 Kak Rahel tuh udah sempat cerita kalau misalnya dulu Kak Rahel tuh sebelum mulai do it itu tuh kayak ngadepin ini perubahan gitu loh dalam diri Kak Rahel gitu. So like we want to talk more about it actually. So like is there any difference? Ada perubahan nggak sih Kak di diri Kakak gitu dari sebelum punya anak kemudian punya anak gitu. How is that journey for you?
It's a very bumpy road, I would say. Agak susah ya. Jadi like in the beginning, I mean you would know now as well. Before you have kids, your stomach is like clean and like, you know, you don't really have a lot of stuff going on in your face. And as you know, after you have kids, there's a lot of stretch marks. I mean, I went through 2 C-sections, so I have a big scar as well. And those changes were honestly really hard in the beginning. And with both my pregnancy, I gained 30 kgs. So exactly. So with my second one, it was even worse because it was the pandemic. And I delivered within the pandemic, and it was so hard because nggak bisa olahraga, nggak bisa keluar, nggak bisa jalan, and I had to take care because I had to feed as well, breastfeed. So that was actually a point where I turned quite depressed. And so I would look myself in the mirror and I would cry a lot because I'm like, it doesn't look like me. Like, where have I gone? Like, you know, it was really hard. Took me about a year to get over that. But it's very real, and like to all moms out there, like no matter how much you gain or you have stretch marks or your skin gets like kriput or like whatever it is, honestly, it does not matter. Like just be a good parent for your kids, like work on yourself. Like I was so unhappy that finally I got out of a rut where I was like, I can go work out. Kayak kenapa enggak gitu? I can go walk outside, you know, but it took me like almost a year to get out of that feeling depressed and like just feeling like, oh, I can't even do this. Like I can't do this. And like I had to push myself to get there and like work out. And then I lost the 30 kilos in a year. Which is crazy. But
that's so crazy.
It was really crazy. But it was a good battle. It was part of that work battle. Like I was so consistent in like fighting for work and fighting for my kids. But when it came to myself, especially after the pregnancy, I just like kayak beneran I had no more fight. And then I started thinking like, why? If I can do it in the office, I can do it for my kids, I can do it for my husband, my home. Why am I not doing this for myself? And that was a lot to do with how much my body changed. So it's not always easy to accept the change, but once you do, there's ways to work around it, I think.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
gila.
it's hard, but yeah.
Gila, setahun loh cuy, itu that's a long time, and it's so cool that you can get through that.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I was like, I'm not having any more kids. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Oh my God. Every time I think of getting pregnant, I remember that moment where I'm just like, every day, I didn't even know what clothes to put on. That was like really hard to pick clothes and, yeah. It's done. It's done. It's more a mental challenge than anything.
I see. But yeah, when you say that it's a battle, I think it is a battle.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, wow. But then again, if you work on it, you can overcome it.
Yeah, for sure. And have a good support system.
100%. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Kak. What about you, Kak? Kakak ada journey apa nih soal tubuh kakak gitu?
Kalau aku sebelum punya anak, aku memang body type aku itu lebih ke underweight ya. Jadi so small.
You're lucky.
So small gitu. Jadi aku get a lot of sometimes insecurities about being too small. Sometimes too skinny, too small. Then after pregnant, I gain 20 kilos, a lot ya gitu. And sebagai petite girl gitu, jadi gain 20 kilos itu swollen gitu, kayak aku bengkak banget, besarnya di perut karena I have a very short torso. Jadi kan kayaknya perut aku besar banget gitu. Jadi terus my skin is not as good after giving birth. I also had C-section, same as you. Itu elastisitas kulit itu nggak bisa balik lagi kayak waktu dulu kita flat banget sebelum punya anak gitu ya. But
jangan takut ya guys.
Iya, tapi iya betul. It's a journey. Tadi dibilang journey ya. Dari momen kita feel very insecure, mungkin ngelihat body changing a lot gitu ya, crying, nangis, dan I learned from one of my friend, she's a doula ya, kayak apa sih? Ya doula kayak she told me that have you talked to your body, kayak gitu ya. She teach me to like make peace with your own body. Maybe my pregnancy is very hard. I pass through a lot of bleedings. And then throwing up, bleeding, throwing up. Kayak, oh my God, itu gila sih. Aku kayak ngerasa sampai kan 9 months pregnancy biasanya kan udah nggak ada muntah-muntah lagi. I still throw up a lot.
So hard.
You have that condition yang the one that's always throwing up.
Yes, throwing up terus gitu. Jadi memang ketika teman aku bilang, have you talked to your body gitu? Oh iya ya, I haven't gitu. Terus I'm trying to talk with my rahim. Aku bilang, I'm sorry for what you have been through gitu, and we are already doing our best gitu. So it's our journey together gitu, dan let's embrace it gitu ya. Bener-bener sekarang kan aku dulu main basket ya waktu SMP SD gitu, tapi ya udah that's it, I'm not passionate about it gitu, cuman kayak main seru-seruan aja gitu sama teman-teman. Terus sejak dari situ aku nggak pernah ada olahraga yang bener-bener aku jalanin secara serius. Dan ketika aku udah punya bisnis, my business already more flexible, I can sometimes punya waktu banyak untuk myself gitu. Nah itu aku pakai untuk start workout. Itu kayaknya baru mungkin umur 34, 33. Aku sekarang 38 ya. Jadi 5 tahun lalu aku baru start mulai berolahraga gitu.
Can we take a moment to say that she doesn't look 38?
Exactly. Thank you.
Like my jaw just
28.
dropped. Yes. I mean, you can pass. You can pass as 28, honestly.
Sure.
Like yeah, absolutely. Oh wow.
Yeah. Maybe it's because of I'm working out
Yeah,
too,
I
and
think
I'm
that helps,
petite,
yeah.
so looks younger.
True, yeah, looks younger.
But I just want to add to her, like, I think it's similar to her as well. Now I look at like my stretch marks and whatever is there on my tummy, and I actually feel proud of them because I birthed 2 children.
Yes.
And like the 2 children are like here and they're beautiful and they're like, you know, and I just feel so proud that my body did that.
Yeah.
And like I'm never gonna take that away, or am I ever gonna feel like I need to remove my stretch marks? No.
Yeah.
They're there and I'm proud of them for being there. So yeah.
That's badge of honor right there. Oh my God, you were like a portal of life. Like,
That's true.
that
I birthed
is
we gave
so
life.
cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if that's not
Through God,
magical
but
and beautiful,
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So, can we have applause for them both?
Thank you.
Oh my God. Okay, so thank you so much, by the way, for sharing all that, because that is really hard, and thank you so much for sharing that. It really means a lot for us. Tadi kan kakak sempat bilang gitu ya soal gimana kita harus bisa coba untuk ngomong sama diri kita sendiri gitu kan, sama tubuh kita. But have you ever had like body shaming? You know what I mean? Kayak karena ini kan sebuah problema yang iya kayak problema yang dialami oleh semua a lot of people. Nggak cuma perempuan gitu kan, bahkan laki-laki juga gitu. Mau itu body shaming dari orang lain ataupun dari diri sendiri gitu kan.
yeah.
Have you ever had that, and like how do you deal with that?
Body shaming, voice shaming, face shaming, banyak banget. Aku yang dulu seseorang yang very kepikiran ya, karena I'm very sensitive gitu. Jadi kalau ada orang yang criticize me, give judgment gitu, aku bisa kepikiran. Mungkin aku bukan frontal yang kok kamu gitu, tapi aku pikirin banget. Aku jadi stres sendiri gitu. Kenapa aku gitu ya? Aku gitu ya. Aku questioning myself banget gitu terus-terusan. Nah, tapi kalau aku yang sekarang, aku bahkan sering banget gitu ya dapat kritik, itu kantong matanya gede banget deh. Atau misalnya jelek gitu. Ada yang ngomong kayak gitu. Ada yang ngomong, kan sekarang social media is very brutal gitu. Jelek nggak pakai make up misalnya gitu. Dan aku kan lagi bare face fighter banget ya sekarang. Kecuali sekarang aku pakai bedak demi Fempresses ya. Nggak, tapi kalau misalnya emang daily aku mencoba untuk nggak mau pakai make up gitu. Jadi sometimes kan kita beda ya ketika ngelihat diri kita di social media. Kok aku nggak pakai make up kayak gini ya? Biasanya aku pakai make up. Tapi kan guys do that gitu kan. Mereka nggak apa-apa, nggak usah pakai make up gitu. Terus aku juga ngerasa I feel accept myself with just my bare face gitu. Orang-orang mau ngomong apa, I don't care, karena aku cuman live for myself gitu ya. Maksudnya ya udah, I don't need validation juga gitu. Nggak butuh orang lain untuk kayak menjudge aku, dan aku langsung kepikiran no more, udah kayak life is full of drama, udah banyak dramanya, hal-hal seperti itu udah nggak usah dipikirin ya kan gitu.
Nggak penting ya.
Gila, hidup udah pusing, gak usah tambah dibikin pusing,
Yes.
Shay. Oh my God, but if you come here with bare face, we're totally fine with that as well. Yeah. But I mean, I can totally,
Don't really get it. Yeah.
right? But I mean, if you want to flex your techniques, which we can see, well, thank you, we're blessed to see that. Thank you. All right, what about you, Kat?
Okay, so that 1 year I was telling you guys about, where I was like quite like uncomfortable already. I was just telling them tadi when you guys went to the toilet. Mind you, my kid was already not 1 year. Maybe she was like 7 or 8 months. Ada yang bilang, oh my God, did you just deliver? Your stomach is so big. I think that took me to a whole new level, because it was like so painful that I was just like, oh my God. And that person was actually a good friend. So I was like, you know how old my child is. You can see it on my social media. Like, you've been around, like you know this. So that like really took me aback. And that's kind of when I sat down. I'm like, that's it. Like, I need to stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm like, I can't look in the mirror again and keep like thinking, you know, this is not me. And that's actually when I spoke. My husband is really good at helping me with this kind of stuff. So I actually spoke to him about everything. And he's just like, make small changes. And it's really hard to make the big changes. So he's like, just do something small. Take the kids for a walk for 30 minutes every day. You'll see a difference. And benar gara-gara kaya slowly stop like moving. I just started moving. Then I got myself motivated and I just started like, that's it, I'm gonna make a difference. And after this, I'll show you guys what I looked like about a year ago.
Oh,
and you
thank
guys
you.
will be quite shocked, but
Oh my God.
I will show you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, wow. This is like full on inspiration for you girls. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that.
So
Wow.
taking the critics, not in a negative way,
Yeah, in
but
a positive way.
Yes.
I used it to my benefit. Honestly, it was so painful that I was like, that's it. I cannot have people say this or think this or look at this. Like, similar to you, I mean, I'm not orang yang terlalu kepikiran ya, karena kadang-kadang like, ya udahlah, I have so many other things to think about. But that part really hurt me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use that to motivate me and like change this like perception. And I think it helped a lot.
I love this energy from them both and kayak, I'ma prove you wrong.
Exactly.
I love that. Thank you, Kak Rahel.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you for
God.
having
Thank you so
us.
much, Kak Rani. You both are so inspirational. And thank you so much. I feel touched. Dan aku rasa juga teman-teman Fempresses sudah belajar banyak banget. And I hope this will be helping a lot of people as well. So thank you so much once again. And thank you so much Fempresses yang udah nonton dari awal sampai akhir. And see you girls next time on another podcast of Building Your Empire. Bye! Rasa cinta yang ada pada dirimu. I don't know.
Ring the bell.
Lelah dengan semua yang ada, ingin ku lepas semua.